Welcome back to part 129 of my Rome Let's Play. Total Rome 2 with defeated Impera. So picking things up where we left them last time, we are at pretty much the start of a brand new turn, and we are finally getting Crassus over to the absolutely massive replenishment center of Pariation, where it has 46,000 plebs because we kind of fell upon the cultural population conversion mechanic quite by accident. So yeah, this is going to be a great place to set up for maximum replenishment of our forces. So we need to get all of our troops and future armies probably recruited out of here specifically, because we'll be replenishing like crazy, although it'll probably take you a turn to just set up that replenishment. In fact, we can pop you in there. Public order penalty is not going to be terrible. Let's have you in there. Ships that were guiding them over, they've still got 7 turns. And we're going to bring them back on over, so we will need someone watching for supplies, so I guess we'll bring you nearby as well. Those guys are over there, which is fine. We're hitting Pergamon. Bring this fleet over here to get ready for our invasion, our fleet invasion of all of Scythia. We're just building up and getting ready as best we can. What was I doing here? Are we going to go on in and take this one? Or was I waiting to bring someone across just so we could slam into that? Got this army coming here. I actually can't remember if I was planning on taking that myself. We probably can. It's a bit of a slog. It's not an interesting battle because there's no proper garrison there. We could bring this army over as well to support. Why not? We've also got these guys here. Why are you guys not moving? These are allies, so we should be able to. Not sure. Let's bring you round. So, I mean, let's make it easier for ourselves here then. Let's get a tortoise in there. Right. You're coming up over... you're coming up over here, but I was going to bring the infantry over towards this force, wasn't I? So maybe that's what we'll do with you guys. We'll guide this army over to Antioch, our new bastion of the east. Going to move you towards Tyros, although we could send the Emperor over there as well. So let's do that. Oh no, we can't actually move. Oh, we've already popped him in there, haven't we? We've jumped back from Petra. We're just going to have fountains in, and we're going to go for the Sacred Grove for more public order. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we'll move this army up there then. For the time being. You're going to go in and attack that next turn with both of those once they've replenished, which is all good. Can we get a quick recap on victory conditions? Yes, we can. I mean, military, which is our main focus right now. We need to take... Have we completed military victory? Yeah. No, we need to take Syria. There we go. Oh, wow, we're literally about to hit that one, actually. We've just got to take these from the Matin. So we're building up ready to storm and take that. Yeah. We're literally, for military victory, we just need Syria. We've got everything else done. Economic victory, we are actually trying to work towards that by creating loads of vassals throughout Anatolia so that we can achieve 15 trade relations with 15 different factions. We've currently got 3 because we're now thinking we're going to get military, economic, and cultural victory all done. The rest of it's conquering all of those. Hold at least one of every strategic resource. We need one more. Which resource don't we have? We've got the income. We've got the number of units. That's fine. Cultural. We need Asia, all of Asia and Syria. Client states, military allies. And we need to construct a pantheon. So yeah, literally the economic one's going to be the biggest one. But we're probably at this point, I think it's safe to say, we're going for full map conquest. Like, this is meant to be the ultimate Rome campaign. And there can only be one true outcome for the ultimate Rome campaign. Full conquest, right? If you have Antioch, that means you get to use the Holy Hand Grenade once per battle. That would be great. Right. Move you up there. Just keep an eye on everything. Can I recruit any more armies? I think I've maxed out, yeah. Probably something I could disband somewhere and move some about, but it's all good. Pop Diva. Yep, get that in there. You guys are going to replenish up that way. You guys need to replenish. Where can we send you to? Pella, have you got plebs? No, that's where we're struggling. But that's fine. So again, the kind of question came up was like saying like, oh, Lionheart, you're not really using the population mechanic like as effectively as you could do. You need to be raising every single settlement, then occupying. We've said this from the start of the series when this was first brought up. That's not the way I like to play. And someone was saying like, oh, if you play as Sparta, which is potentially a faction I have in mind for doing a future DEI campaign, apparently for them, they have even less growth for their top tier citizens, which you need for obviously your best units. So they sort of said, oh, if you play as them, you'll definitely need to raise. I would say hard disagree. Because again, I don't ever like to play the most necessarily efficiently. I like to play the way that makes the most sense for me, my preferred gameplay style, and what fits in with the roleplay that I'm doing. And I just really, unless I'm playing as a faction that gets specific bonuses for raising, which most factions that I play as probably wouldn't do, I'm not going to go around raising, even though that's going to be detrimental to the way I play the campaign and the way I can get my most elite units. What it means is that my elite units are going to be even more limited. But what it also means is that I get to rely more on the auxiliary and mercenary system, which DEI really fleshes out, which is good fun. So I totally understand, and I never mind people pointing out how the specific gameplay mechanics of both base game and mod work, because, again, I was unaware of why this settlement suddenly had a massive boon of plebs until it was explained to me. And it's certainly something to be aware of. But there's other ways that you can flip the culture and things like that without raising. I just feel like, broadly, we're not going to go around just burning everything to the ground. That doesn't make sense. And the thing is, we've had some comments that have said, actually, on the flip side, the way you play Lionheart does mean that you get to utilize auxiliaries, mercenaries, and it makes it more challenging because I'm not just pumping out army after army of super soldiers every single time. Okay, Rome is a little bit different because it gets more ways to actually recruit its best units over time, despite population issues. So they're a little bit of an outlier there. But yeah, I probably won't be changing up my gameplay style that much for future DEI campaigns if I do them, even if that's super detrimental to me getting my best units out. We will embrace the challenge. We'll embrace the limitations and potentially even frustrations of the mechanics and the systems, because it will change up the gameplay ultimately, I think, for the better, because it will force me to utilize different auxiliary units and regional units and mercenaries as well, which is good fun. Sparta raising most city. Would it truly be a Spartan thing to do? Would it be? Or do we just know that when they did like to burn a few settlements, they certainly did it? I mean, I feel like it kind of depends on what the victory objectives are as well. But if you do have a faction where you don't feel that you can necessarily take them out, because you're, especially early game, that might be a case for Sparta to raise more settlements. Especially if you can't beat an enemy, what you can do is you can weaken them by raising their cities down. That would help. But I think if the general plan is to conquer, secure, and spread out, then it doesn't make a lot of sense thematically to go around raising everywhere. Yeah, Sparta would certainly enslave a lot. I don't know if they necessarily burn it all down to the ground. And also, it's kind of like, while the mechanic makes sense, and obviously raising doesn't just destroy it from the map, not like it does in Attila, it's still kind of counterproductive to some other gameplay mechanics. So it's like, yeah, not all the systems kind of interact equally. But yeah, it's again, even if thematically kind of Sparta could get away doing that, from the way I play gameplay mechanic, I just don't like going around min-maxing as such. For maximum efficiency. It's just not how I like to play. I think I have much more fun campaigns and more enjoyable campaigns when I'm having when I'm playing kind of just more naturally rather than to maximize all of the mechanics all the time. During the Peloponnesian War, Sparta made it sport to raise the Athenian countryside nearly every year for some time. So, that, but again, though, that's the countryside. That's not them going and raising Athens to the ground every year. See what I mean? They might have burned all the farms and outer buildings, but they didn't go and raise Athens down to rubble every single time. Which is how the gameplay mechanic of it works, essentially. You massively tank the settlement. Maybe you could argue, though, if it was prominent, though, with someone like Sparta, you could say, to show dominance over your defeated foes, every time you conquer either provincial capital or the capital of a faction that you're all with, you'll raise it. That could potentially be an argument that I could see.
Yes. Fleet reporting. It is an honor to serve Rome.
Well, it's a fine. Yeah, large swathes, destruction of whole cities in large swathes of the countryside may be widespread. Athens, economic devastating, never regained its pre-war prosperity. Just the main city of Athens was unconquerable for them. Yeah, so they raise parts of the country. So again, like in something like Rome 2, we don't have satellite towns and cities outside of them. You just have the main hub. Something like, say, Empire Total War, where you have the external resources out on the map, which you can go and hit over time and time and time again. That makes sense. But again, just the way it's reflected in-game of Athens being its own one big hub like that, it's too damaging, at least for the way I like to play, to go and hit it. I don't think it's worthwhile. And as I say, I think it works better like that because then it gives me more reason to check out the various mercenary units and auxiliaries around the map rather than just specifically min-maxing it for maximum population growth and gain. You guys are all going to stay up here. You are going to go into that. Have we got enough supplies though in this area? That's my concern. Having all these armies up here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, your general's ready to go. Yep, have that one. Upkeep for land units. Not that we really need to worry about that anytime. I think we're all good, but let's just check our economy. So I did see a comment saying, why not get rid of one of the buildings outside in your minor settlements here that can reduce banditry instead, and then you can get rid of the supply complex and put the Pantheon in there now. We could do that. We could do that. The thing is, the yellow building lines out here, I don't know if I can easily see them all. I'm trying to find a settlement where I've actually got one of them. Where is it? It's here. Where is the one that reduces banditry? This one, minus 16. That's from minus 16. Fortified garrison. So we could do that. Regional income. That affects our taxes, though. That lowers our total taxes. And the main thing Latium, as the whole province has for it going, is our most profitable region. So I don't really want to do something that's going to weaken our income, because this one doesn't actually weaken our income. In fact, it actually improves our wealth from farming, from agriculture. So I'd rather keep that one in there if I could. I don't think there's anything else we need to have in Rome, because we don't need a barracks here because it's already included in the commercial Rome settlement chain building. We're not that far away from getting our next slot unlocked, so we'll just wait and we'll just put it in there for now. We'll just stick with that. Right, let's go through all these, see if we've got any buildings to build, things to upgrade. The other question I saw in the comments from last time was, what do I like or dislike about DEI? Like, I think the general thing was like, can someone explain to me why it's so good or not? For me, obviously, it overhauls all the core mechanics of the base game, and it also adds in a very in-depth cultural and population system that's tied together. And that, I think, just really enhances the core systems features. Initially, I did find it very overwhelming. And I think that part of the question as well was like, how do you get into such a big overhaul mod? And honestly, I guess my answer is probably to that is you just have to dive in. But take your time, check out the, I think is there a wiki for DEI, or like there's a website where you can check out all the mechanics, have a read of it all, take it slow, take it steady. It is a much more challenging experience than the base game though. I've seen a lot of people that have commented that have been playing along with this series as I've been playing. A lot of people really struggled in the early game. I mean, I was really struggling in the early game against the other Italian city-states. Very nearly early on, we nearly got completely wiped out by Epirus. Like, it was really touch and go. But that's what made it so fun and so challenging. Do we need more food here? We're getting that to burner. So it's like be prepared to fail, and you'll probably have a lot of fun with this mod. But ultimately now, there's no way I could go back to the base game for a full campaign. This is just infinitely better. This does exactly the same thing to the game as Darth Mod did for Empire and Napoleon, and it's why for those games I've typically always, ever since the Darth Mod versions came out for them, I've always played with those mods. Okay, for Empire, Darth Mod's been replaced by Empire 2 for me because it's a much more updated, more recent overhaul modification that builds on a lot of things that Darth Mod did, but takes it a lot further and seemingly is a lot more stable. But yeah, for a game that's nearly 13 years old now, DEI just enhances that base game experience and keeps me coming back to it. 13 years on, I thought I was done with Rome 2, but this has reinvigorated my enjoyment for the game, and I'd certainly consider probably doing a Spartan campaign at some point in the future. Not necessarily straight after this one, but at some point either this year or early next year, perhaps.
And so we love good.
I thought I was at war with Rhodes. Oh, no, sorry, they're demanding 11k and they'll join the war with Rhodes for that. Yeah, fine. You're either going to get wiped out, or you're going to help. This game had pirates. It has, like, rebel pirates that spawn in from time to time that you need to defeat on the sea that will otherwise harass your coastal settlements. And the new system Medieval 3 is about a viable strategy. What of the outer settlements? Yeah, 100%. That's the thing. Empire and Napoleon had these settlements and well, not had settlements, but they had like farms and industry buildings outside of the central settlement. But if you raided them, it never made a big enough impact to the rest of that province, to the actual city itself, to really care about defending them too much. And it 100% should. Like, if you hit a region's farming center, that should cripple them in terms of their food production, and they're going to need to resecure it. And that also then should direct the AI to fight over that point. That is something that I'm truly excited about Medieval 3. And also it would be like, if the farms are constantly being harassed and raided, that would be the place to build a new castle or a fortification to defend that area and to help hold it. That's the thing that truly excites me for Medieval 3, and also just excites me for the way CA are going about developing the game. Because it truly does seem like they're focusing on what is actually going to add in whole new layers and tactical reasoning for why you not only build certain things in certain locations, but also how you approach invading a region. Like, is there a hidden mountain pass that you could push through? Or if you're the owner of that region with the mountain pass, that's where you should prioritize building a castle to defend that mountain pass, because that's where they're going to come through. Or if that mountain pass is the only way into your region, for whatever reason, that's where you focus on building your stuff through. And also, like, again, it should come to the point where, as some of you guys said, often, if it was a big provincial city, that may well be too well defended for enemy forces to actually engage with and conquer. But you know what isn't? All the outlying villages and farms and smaller towns. So if that is a viable way to weaken a foe by attacking and razing and scorch earthing your way through, you know, the minor regional settlements, that would be absolutely incredible from a tactical layer, and that would really evolve the series. That's what I am truly excited about for Medieval 3. And every time they show more and more depth and layers to that, it just gets me excited. Because it kind of finally seems like we're potentially going to see a really solid evolution to the kind of core gameplay loop, and just more tactical ways to engage not only as the player, but also the AI. So I truly hope they can code that in well, because that will be monumental if they can pull that off in the way that they are attempting to describe it. Right, let's bring this army in here and hit Pergamon. Yeah, I was hoping I'd have time today to kind of chat through that stream they did, but I'll probably have to do it on Monday next week. But I'll share my thoughts on all that they discussed and announced in their showcase the other day. Back then. Right, we've gone through... We've just finished... Hang on, it'll be in here. What was the... Research complete was torsion techniques. Okay. I thought it was that one. So yeah, torsion techniques are now complete. We are now going to go back to management, and we're going to finally finish off this one, which will give us more replenishment, which is huge. We're going to go for fore, aft, and rigging, which is minus 7% upkeep cost for all fleets. So that's going to be huge for us, so let's do that. What was my research rate up to now? We're up to 1,179% research rate. Oh, I wasn't going to take Pergamon. I got too excited. Dang it. I was going to let it rebel, and I was going to liberate it, wasn't I? I was thinking, oh yeah, I've got Ephesos, and I've got roads. No, we want to turn all these into city-states. Okay, so we'll let it rebel. That's fine. We will let it rebel. And then we'll take it back. Nuts. Got too carried away thinking about Medieval 3. Have they announced supply lines? I think they've started just talking about supply lines. In that I think they want to look into that mechanic. Send you guys around this way. You guys are replenishing there, so we'll leave them there. You guys are all fully replenished. Let's bring you across. Do I need more armies up over here? I don't think so. I think we'll just crash on with those three and smash in and link on up with our fleets. I think we are maybe a couple of turns away from beginning our next wave of invasion. So let's top up all my ships that need to be resupplied, and then we'll go and position them outside the Scythian territories. You know what? It's not going to, though, because we've got a rebellion here. We need that rebellion dealt with before there'll be a rebellion over there. So I'll need to bring this army down and go strike them. Yeah, so yeah, we don't change any of those things, because they will... Go over there. So we need to go deal with those rebels first before we can get new rebels. Okay, the Emperor is all good there. We basically need to have an army in each one of these settlements ready for the next series of wars. I mean, this army could go crush those rebels, couldn't it? Bit slow moving, though. If I move them away, those guys are probably likely to come on in and try and take it. Garrison actually should be able to deal with them. So let's bring these guys down. Let's bring this army across. Go. And you guys can jump inside Antioch. Very nice. Can't get any more of them because I don't have the stuff for them. We just need more of those, which is what we're bringing that other army over for, and then we'll build it up with both of them. That's good. All right, you, we're going to come here so we could slam dunk finish off Nabatea, because they've got a proper navy in there, which we don't need to deal with, but let's sink them. There we go. Bye-bye. Do we want to liberate down here? Could subjugate them. I don't trust them if I subjugate them. I'd rather liberate to a new faction. For now, just liberate. Yeah, it's the rest of that province, but little bees. Let's do it because we do need more factions for our economic victory. Then we'll just wipe them out once we've got the economic victory complete.
Welcome, friend. Let us conclude our business.
There we go.
We had heard of your
Does bring us in quite a nice bit of trade value as well. So let's do that. Himyar, yeah, they've got quite a lot of territory. Both down here, and then they've got some up Palmyra as well. The Matin, yeah, I'm going to have to go to war with them, and they're pretty massive, but I need them. I need to attack them for all of Syria. That's who we'll go after first. It's just whether are they going to bring in allies? No, they're on their own. That's fine. You guys are all with Scythia. Oh, so actually, you will end up going to war with you when we go to war with Scythia. Although, is anyone else at war with Scythia? Oh, those guys. Who I killed off? Yes.
I have little gain in wasting the day on you. What you say had better please my ears.
Sillies. Okay, fine. That'll bring us at war with these guys. It'll just have to happen more we push up after these guys as well, though, for Syria. That's fine. Am I using any sub mods? A few. If you type ! DEI, you'll be able to see the various sub mods that I'm using for this run. Himyar, let me just check what their situation is. They are defensively allied with Nabatea, but Nabatea have surely been crushed, no? Oh, is that a ship, or do they have that settlement?
Do not try my patience with...
There was a settlement down there. Okay. Right, well, with this then, we should be able to bring our legions up ready to strike into the Matin territories. We probably want our armies marching 2 by 2. So go back this way and send you guys, keep you up on the path. So you don't attrition, ideally. Fortify there. Get all that in. Upgrade Jerusalem. We've got Crassus over here. Are we going to bring Crassus in to strike through? Or are we going to send him back? I might send him over to C-Day and then strike in that way, actually. Yeah, he's replenishing up nicely for us. Good lad.
That's your command. Your orders? Yes.
Yeah, I know what to be doing. I'm going to pull back some of my other armies to retrofit and stuff. I think we're just going to push. We're going to keep pushing forward with what we've got because they're strong enough anyway. And it's only if we then lose troops that we'll start kind of rebuilding as such.
Commander?
So we could argue we could disband Cato and recruit him over in Syria rather than taking him over. Although you're helping secure Syracuse right now, which is, yeah, just in a bit of a pickle. But it should be fine within a few turns. Things like those guys are all good still. But we can get even better ones over at Syria. So maybe. You guys are fine there. Upgrade that one. Yes, please. I think that's all we can move for the time being. Just check my spies. We're just starting to scout out what skithies are. They've got multiple armies here, but they're all spread out. We'll start moving my fleets into position, so we'll resume that war shortly. Just keep an eye on the roads as well. All spies here. I'm just looking for more targets. Must remember Lionheart liberating. 1-2 was saying, want to send your dignitaries to the frontier settlements, start converting culture and population. It's not worth it. The amount of additional income that they generate for Rome, for Latium, it's worth just keeping them there.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, we'll swap those guys around next turn. That's fine. It's just my armies if any of them need to move. No, you're replenishing, so that's fine. You stay there. You're staying there for the time being as well. Oh, there's a Nabatean force as well. They're attritioning, so yeah, they must be out of all settlements. You guys wait there. You guys can level up here. Nice. And the turn again. But welcome to the stream. Glad you're enjoying it. Love the Mountain Blade playthroughs. Nice. Favorite one so far? Who are you playing as right now? Let me know. Okay, hello. Thought you might come towards us. That looks like a pretty cool army. Let's see how you stand against the mighty legions of Rome. Order Resolve says it's a valiant defeat. Or close defeat is defeat. However we swing it. But we're either coming out of it with 56% of our force. Or about 66-65%. Oh no, sorry. We're coming out with 44% of our force. So we're either losing 56% of our force or about 65-66%. Let's see what's correct. In we go. Map looks alright. Just wondering where I want to pull back to. They're attacking me. Partial to this ridge because we can kind of hold around it. Anchors the left a little bit and have some cavalry high up on the right here. Ready to sweep on down. Well, that bit of terrain messes them up a bit, does it? Oh yeah, there's an awkward little ridge all through it. So we'll actually use that to anchor ourselves a smidge.
Melee warriors.
There we go. Nice, like it. Archers, we'll have you guys. Two of you on that left ridge. Two of you here. And then you guys like so. Let's see how this goes.
I'm sure that we will find plenty of loot among those dandies and fops over there. All we have to do first is kill enough of them. Given their cowardice, that should not be too
Beautiful.
hard.
Look at this fresh-faced lad. You're about to see some scary things, mate.
You always say that, Mr. Guts.
Send them to me. Binge watching the Floki playthrough. Nice. Current playthrough is cavalry only Sturgia. Okay. Fair. Here they come. Bombard them. You got some very heavy shot cavalry, haven't you? Hybrid. Shock lancers with bows. Very nice. He's also, yeah, you look like you got some pretty decent heavy sword infantry. Oh, they've got artillery. Totally didn't spot that. General, you've got a job to do, mate. Well, the cavalry's high up over here, and I want to keep them that way.
Units have been discovered.
Advance! Longbow hunters!
We'll be sweeping around this side.
General! Riders at the double!
We'll see. Steady.
Deadly missiles ready! General! Advance
Into the trees, quickly.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Very nice. Yeah, I knew they'd have some more infantry screening that light field artillery.
One of our
Go,
units
go,
has
go.
all its ammunition.
Tremble before us! Missile warriors!
Yeah, they're hitting us.
General!
Go, General, go.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Steady. Go, General.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Bring them down.
Our general is under attack.
You'll be alright.
Battle ready! Auxiliaries! Warriors of Germania!
These spear auxiliaries. Spear hybrids. Yeah, they are. Damn, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, bring that general down. Make him crispy. Their missile troops seem nasty. I can understand why it was saying we'd potentially lose this one. I think we'll get control of it, though.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Germanic warriors! Warriors ready! Warriors eager for blood!
Can't just charge into these guys, though, because they're spears.
Orders ready and waiting!
Got to engage them in melee first. Then we can hammer them from behind.
Many troops awaiting orders! It's for glory! Battle ready! Sounds of mass!
Steady, lads.
Auxiliaries! Missiles ready! Warriors, move out!
Let's get on that unit, please.
Infantry ready! Ready and waiting! Many infantry at your command! Heavy horse at your command!
hidden units have been discovered.
Legionary cohorts! Forward! Auxiliaries! Ready for battle!
Into the next unit.
Longbow hunters!
Keep firing.
Hunters! Back!
Slam that general.
Legionary cavalry! Riders at the double!
Reuters.
Evocati! Orders! Your orders! Advance at speed!
Go, go, go.
Riders! Ready!
The men are wavering.
Auxiliaries! Ready!
Steady.
Ready and waiting!
Get round and flank.
Waiting! For glory!
Charge back in. Come on. Smash. Pull them back. Oh boy. There we go. General shattered. So I mean, as long as we get a victory here, we're still doing better no matter what the losses are. Compared to the Overhaul, because the Overhaul said no matter what we did, it would still be a defeat. Yeah, these guys are nasty.
Longbows! Fire! Swords! Melee infantry, commander! Longbows! Take aim!
They're just broken.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Equite! Understood! Legionary cohorts! Legatus! Legio Parati!
New Dawn of War 4 trailer is hot. I haven't actually watched it yet. So the one for the Adeptus Mechanicus. I just want to know when we're going to get a chance to
Our men
either,
flee the
you know,
field of battle.
play it again or release date. That would be nice. So this is another thing I really like about DEI. You know, okay, we're still Romans, we're still steamrolling our way through most of the world, but you know, some of the battles where we, you know, if we don't massively outnumber the enemy, we're actually still facing foes with our armies at this point that can challenge us and make the battles difficult. Okay, we might still win every single one of them, but there's still a bit of a slog. There's still ones that we have to fight. That's why I think this mod does well compared to a lot of other ones. The challenge has maintained for a lot longer than other overhauls. Yeah, it's just so weird they never did Dawn of War 3, right? They went Dawn of War 1, 2, and 4. What's that all about? I'm just really glad you guys convinced me to give DEI another go, because I last played it about 4 or so years ago for a Macedon campaign, and I really disliked it. So they've definitely improved it a lot since then, which I'm really pleased to see. Because yeah, I really didn't like DEI when I played it previously, but now big fan of it. Okay, we lost 1,238. Pretty much a third, well, just over a third of our force. But still way better than the 56% or the 65, 66% that the auto resolve was going to see us lose. So we basically lost like half of that fighting ourselves. And we got a victory, most importantly, which is great. With only about 300 of them remaining. Lovely. We will ransom.
Is that all?
Depends if they attack me with another army or if somebody else does now, because I'll have to probably retreat with that force, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Nabatea moving in with their broken forces, so they are going to need seeing away.
Look to your gods and pray, for only in them will you now find mercy.
Ah, Himyar. That's really annoying because you've got territory all over the place. I won't call my clients, my allies in because I don't want them, any of them breaking off. That's fine. At least I know where my other force is going to go. Although they are going to attack us here. Are you sure you want to do that, mate? Because the All Resolve saying I've got you spanked. So thanks. Yeah, Wallies. Ah, finally. That's good. Right, see off these rebels. Because then hopefully a new rebel force will appear. Elsewhere, I still need a force to go and finish them off. Dang it. Dang, dang, dang. Was a little bit scary now with this mod, as we're so many turns into the campaign. It does take a little bit of time as it then loads in on the next turn. Bless it, it's like, must compute everything. Pirates. Illyrian pirates. So we'll need to go see them away. I don't know if I've got any spare fleets though, really. I mean, I could send this fleet on to go deal with them. Yeah, I mean, thankfully you get an autosave before you hit when you hit end turn, so that's always handy. But yeah, definitely need to make sure you save before battles and stuff at this point, I think. Right, we want that to rebel, so I can liberate it. So I'm going to pull this army in and around. Problem is, they're now happy. Unrest, events, buildings, happiness. If I destroy... Let's destroy anything that does happiness. I think it's across the whole province, though, isn't it? But yeah, let's get rid of that one, because that will help out. Cultural differences, political instability, technology and characters. So I need to move my various forces all out of the... all out of the settlement. Oh, what can you guys do? You can all upgrade your armor and arms. Nice. They're all gold now. The weaponsmith's finished. Finally. Level 3 armor and level 3 weapons. Right, we're going to move this army into attack here. And we will liberate it. Just in circle, because this army is so close behind, you can definitely come in and reinforce. And then we'll send it back to replenish. Thank you. We need to destroy some happiness. Yeah, we're going to liberate. Thank you. We just want to liberate a whole series of city-states. I have to pull you guys all the way back that way. We'll see. see these guys off. Are these guys automatically my client? No, they're not my client. They are my military ally when I liberate them. I can ask them to be my client, but they won't. I'd have to subjugate the faction to make them my client. So I'd have to declare war on them and subjugate them to make my client. But we don't. As long as they're a military ally, that's enough. That's all we need. I do need you guys, though, to be my trade partner, though.
My people are wealthy in intellect and do not need your goods to add to their material wealth.
I just wish you could 120k because I don't have any control over
Are a realistic folk.
the amount you could type in. I think Attila added it back in, which is just, yeah, wild.
Ready for battle. Advance.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, so we've got to switch all those ships over. We've got to keep on marching on over with more forces, although every army can now also have upgrades. So we'll go around and do all that at the start of the next episode, because that is where we're going to wrap things up for today. We'll take the fight to finish off Nabatea. Himyar are now our foe, so we'll push the legions down this way rather than going for the Matin. For the time being, we'll secure them. Then we'll look to dive into the Matin. We'll move in through Palmyra as well. That means we can utilize this new army that we're building on up as well. I won't get any more of those elephants because we chucked them all into one army. So actually probably what I should do is shuffle some of the elephants out. I just have 2 in them, I guess. We're bringing this army. Himyar are going to keep coming in with these guys, but we've absolutely trounced them with that first force. So especially if we upgrade them, what I'm then going to do is go drop you guys over at Antioch, shuffle those forces over, and in fact we'll be able to march that army next turn with all of them. We'll do all that and more at the start of the next episode. So until then, wherever you've been watching, hope you've enjoyed. Take care. And ciao for now.